My name's Harriet Walter, and I'm an actor and author who took part in a production of the Ragged Trousered Philanthropists, which was an adaptation of the large novel by Robert Tressell, which we did back in 1978 with the theatre group Joint Stock, directed by William Gaskell. I was one of a cast of 7. I was the only woman, and I ended up playing Bert, the apprentice lad. I had spent most of the evening under a table scraping out paint tins and serving the men their tea and kippers, and yet I remained prouder of the Ragged Trousered Philanthropists than of most other shows I'd been involved with. The reason of this is simple. We had time. Every idea in the show had been discovered through group work rather than imposed. The show belonged to us all. Every shared experience in the last 6 months, whether ordeal or treat, had bound our imaginations together, and this informed the quality of the work. The show was a resounding success. And the experience taught me for life that the best achievements of a good ensemble can far outstrip any virtuoso display an actor might pull off alone.
Hello, we're Scarlett and Sophie Rickard.
We've made a graphic novel adaptation of The Ragged Trousered Philanthropists by Robert Tressell.
The Ragged Trousered Philanthropist was written in 1910 by a painter and decorator who was fed up with the way that his workmates completely accepted the systemic inequality of the capitalist system, and who just ignored the fact that they were living on the breadline and accepted that the people that they were working for should get rich from their work.
So many people have said it's changed the way they see the world and changed their lives. However, it's really, really long, quite old-fashioned and dense to read. What we were able to do with the adaptation was to present what's brilliant about it in a much easier to digest format, so that the balance between the sad bits and the funny bits and the political ideas is much more even, and it's more fun to spend time with than the original.
Making the Ragged Trousered Philanthropists was quite an undertaking. Sophie did an amazing job distilling it down into a sensible lump.
It was really important to me to stay faithful to the plot, the characters, and actually the tone of the book, because I know it's one that everybody loves. On the other hand, it was 255,000 words long, and that was never going to fit into a graphic novel. I made notes on the characters and locations for Scarlett to draw from, and I made a kind of script of the dialogue.
I then drew a storyboard on paper with a pencil, and then from that I did it entirely on the iPad this time. I did it as a digital artwork. I just penciled, inked, coloured, did all the lettering, and then sent it to Sophie at the end of the day.
It was such a rewarding way to work together really closely, deciding what goes where together instead of passing each other instructions.